And that story will also start off our business update this hour with Will Hildebrandt. Hi there, Will.
Hi, Catherine.
We're going to start by talking about what the International Monetary Fund is going to do now that we've had this news of the snap election.
That's right. It looks like a new Greek-EU crisis could be unfolding in the Eurozone. Greek bonds and shares fell after the parliament in Athens failed to approve a new president Monday, and snap elections could bring the hard-left Syriza party to power. It rejects bailout agreements. The International Monetary Fund said it will suspend any bailout talks until after a new government is put in place. Nicholas Rushworth reports.
Market jitters about Greece once again. Political instability and uncertainty in Athens is weighing on the euro. For the moment, it's seen as short-term turbulence.
Events in Greece are likely to worry investors and once again heighten concern about the durability of the single currency union. However, they are not likely to question the return to growth awaited by the markets and by economists for 2015 and for the end of the year.
Elections will be held on the 25th of January following failure to select a president in parliament. Shares in Athens plunged more than 11% at one point before creeping back to a 4% drop. 10-year Greek bonds touched their highest in over a year.
The interest rate for Greek bonds has almost doubled in 2 months. It now stands at 9.6% for 10-year bonds. This shows investors lack trust in the government that could emerge from these elections.
And that could be Greece's far-left Syriza party, led by Alexis Tsipras. He vows to wipe out much of the country's debt and renegotiate the terms of a massive €240 billion EU IMF bailout. That then could derail. The IMF has already said it is suspending aid till a new government is in place. Germany is warning that Greece must stay on course.
Well, I imagine Greece is on plenty of traders' minds. That news affecting the markets?
Yeah, that is. The hangover from these elections on Monday are pushing down trading here in Europe. Retail, one of the few sectors in the green, the FTSE, the CAC 40, and the DAX all opening up in the red. European markets are only opening up moments ago, but they're following Asia's lead from earlier in the day. The Nikkei closed down in its final session of the year, but overall for 2014 it managed a 7.3% increase. In China's Shanghai Composite erased earlier gains. Energy stocks taking a drubbing across the board in Asia. Prices for Brent crude oil fell close to a 5.5-year low. Increased production, along with lower demand, has driven Brent crude down 48% this year, making it on pace for its biggest annual decline since 2008. Time now for a look at some of the day's other top business stories. Hungary is to resume gas delivery to Ukraine at the start of the year. This after suspending delivery indefinitely in September. The reasons were unclear for the move, but in December, Russia restarted sending gas to Ukraine after resolving a price dispute. Hungary is capable of sending up to 6.1 billion cubic meters of natural gas to Ukraine annually. And Russia's economy has contracted for the first time in 5 years. It's been hurting due to a slumping ruble and Western sanctions for its role in the Ukrainian crisis. In November, the economy shrank 0.5% compared to the same period in 2013, and there are fears the country could be entering a long recession. And Gazprom will buy the remaining 50% stake in the cancelled South Stream project. No price was given. The $45 billion Black Sea pipeline project was scrapped by Russia earlier this month. Moscow blamed Western sanctions for derailing the endeavor. Gazprom will purchase the remaining stakes from French and Italian state-owned energy companies.
Right, well, we often talk about the economic crises that have been going on in many different countries around the world, but sometimes perhaps it's a little bit hard to understand the figures until, that is, it impacts on our daily lifestyle. And you've got some news from Spain that illustrates it quite well.
That's right. Madrid's quite well known for its nightlife, and there are 75,000 people working in the city's bars and nightclubs. But high unemployment and austerity measures mean there are fewer drinks and more home bodies. It's a sobering effect for the city's nightlife, which typically generates up to 7.5 billion euros in revenues per year. Let's listen to one of those nightclub owners.
Spending has fallen a lot. Sometimes the bar still gets as busy and lively as it was 6 years ago, but overall, our revenues are down by about half.
Well, we've just got time for one last story. A survey about the most unpopular countries in the United States. What might they be?
The most unpopular companies in the United States, that's right. The honor goes to Time Warner Cable. The company placed last. It was a list compiled by the University of Michigan, and basically found out that cable bills have more than doubled over the past decade. A lot of Americans not happy with how much they're paying for cable, internet, and phone.
Oh dear, very important to your daily life, though. Thanks very much for that, Will Hildebrandt, with a business news update for you.